Hello there everyone, I am Pepino here, back for more Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. Now, last episode obviously ended with a bit of tragedy at the loss of Jebediah. So, we are going to do a little safer mission this time, and this is something, I'll be honest, that I did not know you could do until I saw on Reddit. You can actually go around to all the different parts of the Kerbal Space Center and do scientific experiments and get different science data for that. So, what I have built here is a goo roller. It's two capsules that are going to roll, and ideally we'll be able to roll around and do this goo experiment at all the different spots around Kerbal Space Center, and that should hopefully get us lots and lots of science. Actually, I think you can do something with scientists resetting experiments, I'm pretty sure. So what I'm going to do is, we could put a Science Junior on either end here. Put one right there, and then all of the goo stuff can go back. Let's put like 4 of them. And some batteries. Like that. And we will copy that over to the other side. And this is just a test of this design. I don't know how well it'll work, but let's give it a shot. Okay. So the goo roller saved, we got Bill and Bob here, and let's launch and just test to see if I'm actually going to be able to do this. If so, we will get tons and tons of science from it, which is going to be really useful. So we're going to observe the mystery goo from the launch pad. That'll get us 3 science. Okay. Observe the materials bay. That'll get us 7.5 science. Alright, let's get Bob out. Or, which one was the scientist? I think it was Bob. So we're going to roll here a little bit and get Bob out. Let's see. Now, can he go and reset this? Collect the data. Alright, and restore. Look at that. Okay, sweet. So, we've got data then, and we can collect the data from this goo canister and restore it. So scientists are actually incredibly useful. That is awesome. Okay, we are going to do an EVA report. Okay, that won't get us anything. Alright. And we can hop on board again. Okay, so we've gotten a small amount of science for that. Let's take this thing on the road and roll around a bit. Okay, so you can do a bit of control, but this is going to be a rather slow and sort of long episode potentially. So, let's see, can this thing handle physics warp? It looks like it can. Sweet. So we're gonna roll around. Let's see about right here. Are we off the launch pad now? No. Okay, so we need to keep rolling. That's alright. We will roll all the way over to Kerbal Space Center here, the vehicle assembly building, and hope that this thing doesn't destroy itself thanks to physics warp, which hopefully they fixed that bug where ×4 physics warp would just cause your ships to sometimes destroy themselves. So Bill and Bob are seemingly enjoying their little stroll here. Let's see, what does this look like? From the crawlerway. Okay, so that is different. We will observe both, keep the data, and we're getting like 10 science for every biome that we find here. So basically, what I'm going to do is just be constantly rolling around with Bob, and he's going to be getting out. And maybe I should stop physics warping before we get him out. Let's see. We will collect this data and restore. There we go, and he's going to fall off. That's okay. We will collect this data and restore. So we actually only needed like one of each experiment, but I wasn't quite sure how that was going to work, so that's why I have a ton of them. Alright, so back to the rolling. And I'm interested to see exactly how many biomes we can get with these around Kerbal Space Center. So I'll probably go from this point on into just basically little montages and cut up this, because this is going to take a while, but I'll show you each time I find a new biome, just so you know where they are. Okay, so just down on the grass, we can do data from the Kerbal Space Center. So there we go. That's another biome is down here on the grass. And I'll reset them every 2 biomes I find, just to speed things up a little bit. So we'll keep rolling and see where we can get to. Alright, so we rolled up this little hill, and we are going to observe now from mission control. Oops. Okay, we will get out of time warp here. We will observe the mystery goo. Keep that data, and then we'll get Bob out. Oh, he's a bit underneath things there. Okay, so we will go and come on. There we go. Collect the data. Restore. Oh yeah, we gotta do EVA report. Keep that. We'll collect data and restore. And this may not be the most exciting episode, but it is a helpful episode if you are doing your own career mode and looking for a way to get a little tiny extra science boost. Because that's what this is basically, is just a little way to get extra science so that you can get more parts, and hopefully we can avoid any more horrible Kerbal disintegrations like we had in the last episode. Okay, so we will restore that, and let's see, he was on the other side here. There we go. Get on board. Okay, so let's roll to the next location. Okay, we are getting some experiments done at the spaceplane hangar. So we will get both things done there, and I'm going to get Bob out because then we can do an EVA report here too. So, oh no, we are flying. We gotta hop to the ground. Okay. Now let's do an EVA report. Keep that data. We will check on this goo here. Can we do this? There we go. Collect, restore, collect, restore, boom. So all in all, this is actually a pretty efficient system, because we're going to get about as much science from this as we would get from like any of our other missions that we'd be doing. It's going to take a little while, and it may not be as exciting or groundbreaking for the Kerbals. But, oh, look at that. We are out of electric charge. So, that is actually as far as our roller is going to get. But let's see how much science we got. And can we do a crew report as well right before we go? Get an extra 1.5 science. Okay. So that is that. Let's get to the Space Center, and we will recover this whole craft, so we shouldn't lose money on it. Alright, we will recover, and look at that, we got 58.8 science, up to 111 there. Our funds are looking good. We got experience for Bob, which is a good thing. So, all in all, I think that was a pretty successful mission. Maybe we should do another launch of the goo roller and try and get over here. Or should we should maybe add more battery packs to it, just so we don't run out of energy as quickly while we're rolling. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to clip these through so that they are basically inside these science goo thingies, and that should allow us to have tons and tons of batteries on here. So I think that should be plenty, and we're going to give this another try. Okay, so we are getting both experiments done from the vehicle assembly building now, being right next to that. So, let's get Bob out, do an EVA report, get our 2.4 science. So basically each biome we find we get about 12 science. So, oh nope, this is the one that we need to check here. So let's collect data and restore. Collect data and restore. Okay. There we are. We will hop up here. You can get up. Hello. There we go. Alright, he's on board. Let's move on to the next biome. Okay, so we found another biome, which is the tracking station. So we will keep the data from there. And right there. Whoop. Forgot to activate that, but I think I can activate it with Bob once he is out of the thing here. So, collect the data, restore, deploy. Does that work? Or no, we just want to observe. We want to keep the data. We want to collect the data and restore. There we go. Okay. So we got all of that done. And let's see. We could roll over in what direction? I guess over there would be the last kind of area we haven't been. So we'll do that. I'm going to collect the data here and restore here. I just did that at the Kerbal Space Center. It just gave us an extra like 1 science. So, okay. We gotta... Let's do an EVA report here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. We have a flag there now. Oops. Did not mean to put a flag there. Alright, whatever. We want to EVA report, keep the data, hop on board, and there we go. Some experiments, I guess, will have to be dumped, but oh well. We will keep what we can. Alright, so, now yeah, the flag is going to get in the way. Alright, now to turn this thing, you basically have to figure it out through trial and error. I'm pressing Q and E to roll and A and D to turn a bit. So let's see how this will work. And what I've found is if you do them A and E at the same time and then switch between that and then Q and D, you can kind of turn yourself like this. So for those of you who are wondering how the heck I turn, it's a very long, slow process of tapping Q and D at the same time, and then A and E. And then, once we get pointed in the direction we basically want to go, we can time warp up and get over there. Okay, so we've found the R&D building, so we will do the experiments here. And get Bob out, have him reset them, and I think, is there maybe one more building, administration building or something like that? But honestly, I think I'm happy with what we've done with the goo roller. So let's see, we will collect the data and restore, and I guess we don't even actually need to do any of this because I'm going to recover the thing here in just a moment. So we will get our last EVA report, and Bob will get on board. Then we will go and recover this, see how much science we got, and how much stuff we can get with it. So we'll see how useful this whole episode was. Hopefully you guys did not mind it. We can recover that and recover that. Okay, so we got 46 science up to 150 some. So what do we want to buy with all of this science? Let's see. Fuel lines and more fuel tanks would be helpful. More radial decoupler stuff might be good. A protective rocket nose cone could also be useful at some point or another. We're only going to be able to get one of these things though, so we gotta be careful. We could get landing struts. That would allow us to do a moon landing at some point. We could get these things, which basically help us control stuff. This is a reaction wheel, a lander can, and some monopropellant stuff. Should we maybe get the monopropellant stuff? Let's see. Otherwise, solar panels and more satellite stuff might be pretty useful. All of this stuff would be pretty useful. But I'm thinking fuel ducts might be the most useful out of all of them. So I kind of am tempted to get this thingy, the lander can. Because I'm looking for some sort of cockpit that won't like disintegrate next time we try and come back into the atmosphere. I think that would be a nice thing to have. But no, for now I'm going to get the fuel ducts. So there we go. That is that. And we still have enough for all of these airplane parts. So perhaps we should get those. But no, I'm not going to yet. I'm going to save up my science. So that is that. We've got $43,000, almost $44,000. Not probably going to be enough to upgrade anything. Whoops. Did not mean to click that. I want to see if we can upgrade this. I want to see just what stuff we would get if we upgrade. Let's see. Okay. What if we upgrade our astronaut complex? So we don't need to upgrade that. Let's see. Okay, let's see what missions we have here. Perform temperature scans of the moon. Return to Kerbal from orbit of the moon. Okay. We should probably try and get this. Although if we fail, that is going to cost us all of the money that we have. If we complete it, though, we'll get tons and tons of money. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take this yet. I'm going to sit back, think about it, and we are going to decide next episode, I think, what exactly we are going to be doing. So I'll probably design a ship first and figure out what I think it's going to be capable of, and then we'll figure that out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the goo roller. I know it wasn't a typical episode, but you saw how to get a little extra science boost at the beginning of your career mode if you need it. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you next time.